right. Yes. Enos, how was your week?
My week was okay.
Uh,
Was fair, just a little bit busy.
uh, just it's a
Yeah,
bit busy.
yeah.
Did you go through the changes?
Yeah, I went through the changes.
Yeah.
Pretty comprehensive though.
Uh,
I had not got I've not yet got time to work on it.
mm,
There's some other project that I was working on,
mm,
and it had like a very short time
mm,
frame.
mm,
Yeah, but I went through them,
mm.
and yeah, a lot of them made.
Yes. So anyway, when you go through, you can return. Then we go through again like that. So
Yes,
because
so
for you to literally get a very good user experience at the end of the day, you need to first and foremost think about the kind of uh, journey that other people will be taking
yeah,
as they
true.
actually access your work. So it's always important for you to always think about the how easy it will be for them to actually accomplish a certain task.
Mm.
And you realize
Yeah.
that on the web we are always reading, so it's always reading here and there. So it's always good to for the text not to be a lot, as we shall be going through anyway, because it's actually in the last part, yeah. So it's going to be we're going to have a UX audit, so that is something we shall go over. So I'll go over those comments, then you'll get to understand them better, and then you'll get to know how to act upon them. So first and foremost, I'm going to take you through like the most things that really bring confusion without even going like really far. You get the first thing that you realize is this dark shadow, like this foreground, the overlay on the video.
Yeah.
Like you need to first of all just remove it, because some people don't actually have the good sight that most of us have. Some people have like some color blindness. Other people like find it difficult watching things that are unclear. And then the next thing is for it to have like a boundary that is clear, so that it can be so that it doesn't like go into the nav bar, even if it's I think even if someone scrolls, it's still taking up a space of the nav bar. Eh, I think you can see, right? So you also need to make sure that it's having its own boundary. Why? Because these landing pages, people usually spend quite few minutes, because people are always busy. Even if you tell someone, please check out my website, you have a date, is Sunday. Take the entire day Sunday. Go through my website by force. They will also be like, okay, they'll just scroll through. Surprisingly.
Mm.
So let someone scroll through when they are getting that, when they're getting to understand. You understand? So the next thing
Mm.
are these titles. These titles are really, for example, some is really long. Like someone can easily ignore reading anything above here because they feel like it's too much, and then it's also congested. And to make matters worse, it's in all caps. All caps is the most unreadable text. There's a book, I think I'll recommend it in our next workshop. It sort of like shows you how to sort of like write like better text. It's called like how to get rid of like the words, like how like getting rid of like the extra words or the extra letters while writing. It's all about writing. You get. So I think I'll share that. It's all about UX writing, and UX writing entails writing uh, this information that is supposed to appear on this nav bar. Moving on, you realize that there is so much white. Listen, like these titles are white. I have no problem with this label. even if it's white, but it should be another color, and it shouldn't be the same color as this and the same color as the logo. Someone sees this, are you seeing this section?
Yes.
They just see it as the same thing. So someone can actually easily get lost or easily ignore. To make matters worse, you can get lost. Getting lost can be a bit easy, but ignoring is like the worst thing. So moving on, I also talked about the brightness. Are you seeing these two colors? There's no contrast. Compare this first card to these last two cards. There's contrast here. This first one, I have no problem with it. This one is no contrast. No contrast. And the colors are really bright. Moving on, all caps. Without even reading, all caps is there. It is not scannable. Not readable. There's a difference. When you read about typography, you will get to know that the terminologies, readability, scannability. You read about terminologies that tell you about why you should be having paragraphs. Reasons as to why you should be having paragraphs. And reason as to why you shouldn't have long paragraphs. Are you seeing this paragraph here? It is for a book, not a landing page. You get it?
Yes.
So then the images in photography is what they call framing. You have to properly frame. At least these three individuals would have been together with what the kid was doing. There's a bit of framing there.
Yeah,
There is no title to even if YouTube gives us this title, no one will see it because no one cares. But no one cares. Even if someone should be, even if you tell someone that I'm going to imprison you so that you care, they will deep down. They will not. They will laugh at you in their heart. So you have to put the title here so that someone can actually get to know what this video is about. Then you also have to reduce on these items. There are so many. At least put a show more button here to show so that someone can actually click and then the list expands. I think show list so that it can. Now the other thing I realized was that you also have to make sure that there's enough contrast. We have an issue here with the capital, the long paragraph, the long list. Now, landing pages are not meant to carry text. They're not meant to explain what you do. They are meant to entice. You cannot tell someone, I'm going to entice you, but you need to read. They'll run away. You have to create other pages, for example, like blog pages. You get it? Like press release. You know those other pages that you can put all this information regarding what you're doing. Then I also realized something here. Are you seeing that? 3 items are moving at the same time. I know this could be a WordPress widget, but you also need to control it. You also need to make sure that at least when someone scrolls like this, and they put this out of view, I know this was done intentionally to make sure that this entire thing scrolls, but you can make sure that first of all one scrolls, then as they're scrolling, another one scrolls, and then once they're finished, another one scrolls. You get it? So that someone doesn't get overwhelmed. Because for you, the owner of the website, you might think that the options are less. But when you put this website in front of a 50-year-old man, 45 years, a man who has kids, responsibilities, what? They'll be like, what is this? They have and by the way, people think that when someone is doing something, they are putting all their focus there. No. People always have like other billion thoughts once they're doing something because they need to move on to the next thing. They need to carry on with other activities. So not overwhelm them with so many options. One thing at a time. Then the next thing, avoid links that that don't go anywhere. I think this, for example, this one here, like just shows down here. If you can see where it shows the link, it shows just the hashtag means it just goes nowhere, just goes up. Then you also don't need this. You just need to make your logo better. Sorry, bigger, together with a slogan. It is this slogan that people want. Make it bigger, make the logo bigger together with the slogan, even here. Make the slogan bigger. You get it? Because it's a slogan that tells you everything you're doing, isn't it? Yeah, so that was it for the audit. It was just as simple as that. Once you improve, then I will do another audit then until you get what you really want, until you get satisfied with the results that you want. So that was it.